Welcome back, guys. So we're going to use Canva to create a very simple logo presentation, just the same way we did on CorelDRAW. So what I have to do is to bring this in. This I remove the background. I'm going to just bring it into Canva, and I'm going to do that for this order delivery. So you can download more mockups. You can download shirts. You can download a car mockup and do some branding, some business cards. So just present it in the logo and make sure it's presentable, then send it to your clients so for acceptance. And I'm going to try and remove this particular background as well. Let me see what it will look like by the time I remove the background. So what I have to do is to drag this and drop it in the remove.bg. I'm going to drag and drop, and I'm going to download that. Once I drag and drop this, let's see what it's going to look like. So what I'm going to do is to come back to my Canva. I'll come back to Canva and I'll bring that in. Like I mentioned earlier, I have to bring this into Canva. I have to bring it in this way, and it comes in. So we're going to wait for it to upload. Why this? Let's see what this has done. So we're going to download this, and we're going to create a simple Canva presentation. And yeah, we're going to have our logo. We're going to have our logo presentation right here on Canva as well. So you can do more of that, like download more mockups just to present your logo. You don't have to do a lot of explanation. You don't have to do an explanation. Just present it on physical materials. So let's just use this. Let's use this image to start our design, our logo presentation. So what I'm going to do is just to leave it this way, and we have this, and we'll come here to input this we just brought. So we're going to upload this. So I'm going to copy that in. I'm going to take this out, and so we have something like this. So you can do more of this. Actually, you can do more of this. So I don't want this to be on black. We can say this should be on aqua as well. I will just make our presentation on aqua so far, and I'm just going to create something like this and bring it somewhere here. And this will be the first. What we're going to do is to bring in this. I'm going to bring in this as well and see what I can create with it. So I'm going to make this black. And we'll just bring this in. So we have something like this, alpha links. So you can do something like this, alpha links, and I'll just have something done in the light of this. So we can bring this in as well. We can say this should come in, and what I'm going to do is to bring this layer up. I'm going to bring up this. I'm going to send to the back. I'm going to send that to the back, and I'm going to have this somewhere here. So what I'm going to do is to create an overlay. I'm going to create a rectangle overlay to make this more rectangle overlay. So added shape, I'm going to do something like this. Let me just delete this for now. Let me just create the overlay first and see what it looks like. I'm going to use the, let's say, ash color, or come to opacity. Try to lower the opacity. Right here. We have something like this. Then I'm going to come to the upload and put this on. So we have something like this. Well, let me try and use white to layer this. Let's try and use white and see what it looks like. So we're going to use the white color. Okay, so we have this with the white color. Let me try and reduce the transparency of the white. This would have been better in black. So let me try and bring in, okay, let's try and leave it this way. Let's try and do something like this. We can create an overlay for this. We can just create an overlay for this. You can just make this black and create an overlay for this as well. Let's see what it looks like with an overlay. So I'm going to just put a rectangle in, and I'm going to overlay the rectangle. I'm just going to do something like this, and we can make it like an aqua. And let's see the overlay. Let me try and lessen the transparency. Let's see white. Maybe white will do good. Okay, so we can leave it at this and say take this out, change this to black. then bring in the main logo, which is this. I'm just going to do something like this. So I can leave it at this and say these are presentation. I'm going to download this. So I'm just going to download this as a PDF file. You can download it as a PPT file, but I'll just leave it at PDF and I'll download it right here. We have that downloaded in PDF, so we'll be able to do the same here on CorelDRAW. You can export it as JPEG as well. So I'm just going to say download, and I'm going to change the file format. We're going to export it. We're going to export it as JPEG instead. So we're going to say JPEG and we're going to download that. So we have all that sorted out now. So let's check the second one. Let's check the second presentation we did. I'm going to show you how to use this to create a portfolio. So right now we'll be able to present our logo idea in different places. So we'll be able to present it as PDF, as JPEG, and we'll see how to turn that to something meaningful later. So this is the second presentation we did on Canva. This is what it looks like, and we'll be able to preview that. So this comes to the end of we presenting our logo. Just look for ideas on how to present, and from there you pick it up from there.